Hey everybody, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. This week I just wanted to show you one of my favorite labels out there right now, Colemine Records. Recently was talking to Terry, the guy that runs Colemine Records and Platinum Records, and he said, hey, let me send you some records, see what you think. And he sent me almost everything they have just kind of in their catalog right now. They have a few other really cool things too. And I'll kind of go into that. But these are the ones that he sent me. 14 really killer records. I've had time to sit down, listen to them, kind of take notes, and learn about each band. So I've been really excited about it. One thing that they do, which is really cool, is they have these awesome promo stickers that are just like the old Warner Brothers promo stickers. I love that. When I saw those, I was like, holy moly, that's really good. And everything they do, you could tell they put a lot of effort into it. The jackets are really high quality. The labels a lot of times will mimic old labels from old soul groups or whatever from back in the day. So they do really good jobs with all of that. The first one is, this is one of the first records that Colemine ever put out. This is called the Jive Turkey's Bread and Butter. And actually, Terry, the guy who runs everything, he is the bass player on this, Terry Cole. But this is a bunch of his friends from college and stuff. They got together. They used to have a hip-hop band back in the day, and they did some underground hip-hop stuff when Colemine first started. And then this was one of the first releases that they had. But when I first heard this, I heard this a few months ago and just kind of blew my socks off. Really killer stuff. 2009, they recorded this on his laptop on GarageBand. But this is stuff that's really heavily influenced by probably, the Meters, the JBs, Booker T and the MG, stuff like that. But just really, really good instrumental soul stuff, killer drum breaks, B3 organs, Hammond B3, just really, really good stuff. But if you like that, instrumental type, a lot of the music in this catalog is like that or has those influences, but this one is absolutely amazing. This was kind of hard to get a hold of now, but I think they'll probably do a reissue at some point. But this is a really good record. It was recorded, I believe, in 2009. The vinyl issue was 2010. But that is the Jive Turkey's Bread and Butter. The next one is Duran Jones and the Indications. This is probably the most popular record that they have on the label, or at least one of them. This is actually the first time I heard about them was last year when they put this out. But Duran Jones and the Indications, they're a really, really good neo-soul band with some funk influence as well. And when I first heard this record, I thought it was one of those deals to where they found this group that back in the 60s that never released their album, and they were able to release it for the first time. Like, it's that much sounds like old school soul, and it is so good. It's a soul band from Indiana. They actually had a self-titled record in 2016, which is also very, very good. I've heard it, but I don't have it on vinyl yet. But this is a great record. 2019, it was one of my favorite records that came out that year. Every single song on it is great, but it's Duran Jones and the Indications, American Love Call. Just top to bottom, phenomenal record. But if you like that neo-soul with really good songs, This is the record for you. I mean, great songwriting. Every song is a banger. It's just great. So that one I would highly recommend. This next one is Monophonic Only Us. Monophonic is a really, really good band. They've been out for a long time. They've been active for, I think, and I remember seeing records from them like in 2012, but very psychedelic soul type stuff, a lot of different influences from a lot of different places. But this is a record that came out in 2020 this year, and so far it's absolutely one of my favorites. It's got great soul track stuff that you definitely influenced by, funk and soul from the 70s, some even like Afrobeat stuff. But then there's also that big muff fuzz guitar tone in there a lot to kind of kick you into a psychedelic overdrive. Really good stuff. and a lot of their older albums are really good as well. I say older, but from a few years back, they've done some really great stuff. So this is one I definitely would keep on your radar. Monophonics, It's Only Us, but these are fairly easy to get. Highly recommend it. This next one is Kelly Finnegan, The Tales People Tell, and Kelly Finnegan is the producer, keyboard player. Like he plays all the organ, a lot of keys-based instruments, and vocals. For Monophonics, actually, the record I just showed. This is The Tales People Tell. This came out in 2019, but it's just incredible songs, really more on the soulful side, like soul ballads, pop stuff from the mid-'60s type sound. But yeah, I mean, the way that they're capturing this stuff, it sounds so much like the old soul is amazing. But this is another one. Kelly Finnegan is a wildly talented person. I mean, and I didn't even when I got this record, I didn't make the connection that he was also in Monophonics. But yeah, he is, and he can play a bunch of different instruments, all really really well, and dude produces and everything. Very very talented guy. And this record is a dynamite record. I've been playing this in the shop like crazy. I had a few copies, and by playing it in the shop, they all sold because people are like, "What is this?" So another really great record, Kelly Finnegan, The Tales People Tell from 2019. The next one is Orgone Undercover Mixtape. This is an amazing band, and I was pretty familiar with them already because they've been around since 1999. Just insane stuff. They do like a lot of kind of Afrobeat funk rhythms and stuff, but they have influences from all over the place. This is their 9th album, but like I said, they've been out since '99. I've heard a couple of their other ones and really liked them as well. I actually have a couple more on vinyl that I've been just absolutely loving. But this is that same type of stuff that has that Meters Booker T feel, but it also has like Afrobeat rhythms, some psychedelic stuff, really good guitar work, all that stuff. This is a band that I cannot imagine anybody not liking, but it's just really, really good. And I really highly recommend listening to Orgone, especially this album. I've listened to this album over and over again since I've gotten it, and it's just quickly become one of my favorites. Very versatile. The band's out of Los Angeles. This is a 2018 record, so it's relatively new. But yeah, this is really good stuff. You can tell they have influences from a lot of different places. One of the prime instruments, is that Hammond B3 organ. And man, it is just smooth and just killer stuff. It'll get you moving. Very, very good. Well done record. Orgone. This next one is Came A Shakedown, Kings Left Behind. This is a really good album. Came out last year, 2019. But this is a New York-based band. Really good stuff, but it's funk and Afrobeat rhythms. But it's just nasty, just dirty, good stuff, man. But you can tell this is another one. Their influences come from all over the place, and you can just hear it in the sound of their music. Lots of different instruments, lots of horns, organs, guitars, bass, everything. But yeah, this is an absolutely amazing record. I was talking to Terry about this record. He said he actually met Came A Shakedown in 2009 through MySpace, and yeah, it's just a really good record. Just to show you some of the quality of their sleeves, it's very thick, very well done, and it almost reminds me of the old Impulse sleeves. Like I said, lots of Afrobeat funk, but also lots of horns in there, just like that old Afrobeat sound has. But man, this is another really really killer record. And a lot of times I have a hard time pronouncing things like this, and I did ample research to let you know I am indeed saying it right. Came A Shakedown, and it's funny. Came is another word for like booty, so like a booty shakedown. So yeah, look it up. Pretty interesting, but great record. Next one is Neil Francis Changes. This is a record from 2019. This is along the lines of funk/soul, but this one kind of gave me a Bill Withers meets Dr. John feel. He's got the music and the rhythm is a very similar feel to Bill Withers, and then his vocals remind me a lot of Dr. John. But it's just really, really great stuff. Some killer saxophone in there. But Neil Francis, really talented musician. A great record with some great songs on it. Definitely grooving stuff. I really enjoyed this one as well. The next one is Black Market Brass, Undying Thirst. This is an incredible record, man. I started listening to this right when it became available. This one just came out this year, 2020. And this is another one that's up there with one of my favorite records this year so far. Very, very much more on the Afrobeat side of things. All instrumental here. I did some research and read that this band was basically formed out of these two guitar players that had similar Craigslist ads, both looking for people to start an Afrobeat band with. Influences like Fela Kuti, K. Frimpong, and King Sunny Ade. Really, really good stuff. And this is like I said, heavy on the Afrobeat side, but they got horns, all that stuff. But this is just a face melter of a record. This is one you really don't want to miss. Highly, highly recommend this record. I can't stop listening to it. It's amazing stuff. So this one just came out this year. Should be easily available to you. But definitely check that out. This next one is Davon Lamar Trio. This is 2018. Davon Lamar is just this killer Hammond B3 organ player. He's got a drummer and another guitar player in the band. And it's a three-piece band. Amazing stuff. I've been following them on Instagram, and they've been doing some live videos of them playing together. And man, I just love hearing and watching this dude play. He can really, really shred on that organ, and it's really, really good stuff. But he's an incredibly talented keyboard player. Very jazz funk from Seattle. And it's a lot of some sides of it are funkier than others, and some sides of it have some jazz frills to them. So definitely highly recommended if that sounds like your thing. Davon Lamar Trio, Close But No Cigar. This next one is Ben Pirani, How Do I Talk to My Brother. This is a New York City-based soul singer. A really, really talented dude. Absolutely love this. This one's a lot more on the kind of 60s pop soul singer type feel. Some parts of this almost sound a little bit like beach music to me, but very, very good soul singer type stuff. This is an incredible, listen to that crackle just right when you open it up. But this is him inside there. But yeah, if you like that stuff, very much, reminds me of being a kid and listening to oldies radio. Very reminiscent of that. Very good stuff. Check that one out, Ben Pirani. The next one is Surefire Soul Ensemble. This is actually their record from 2015. They had another record called Build Bridges in 2019. But this is a really good, instrumental, funky album with, it's all instrumental, drum breaks, some killer jazz solos. This is another one, heavy on the organ, stuff like that, but that's commonplace on Colemine Records. But this one really fits in really well with their lineup. Amazing record. I absolutely loved getting to know this record. Yeah, San Diego based, really talented band, but I really enjoyed this. If you like that funky rhythm type thing, this is right up your alley. This next one is the Harlem Gospel Travelers, He's on Time. This is a really interesting record, very different than some of the other ones here. The instrumental side of it is very similar as far as the type of the field of music, but this is it's a gospel record. It was put together by Eli Paperboy Reed. He's kind of a singer-songwriter. He was mentoring some musicians in this gospel class that he was teaching at a university and decided to put this group together. He had some help from Aaron Fraser. He plays drums for Duran Jones and the Indications, and this just is an amazing record that turned out incredible. But Eli Paperboy Reed, he produced it, played guitar on it, had some vocals on it as well. But yeah, this is it's not like a old Southern gospel type thing. It's not something you're going to be like, oh, I can't stand. No, this is a really funky, fresh, gospel record. There's gospel songs on it. Oh Yes He Will, Am I Doing Enough, Motherless Child, I Can't Make It Through the Storm, Wash Me Lord, Brighter Day, Shine on Me, and stuff like that. So very, very much, gospel songs on this record, but just the instrumentation is killer on it. And it was produced very well, put together very well. It has some great players on it, so definitely would check that out. This next one is Junior Thomas and the Volcanos. This is 2018. Rockstone is the name of the album. Los Angeles-based band, and the way I would describe this is reggae meets soul. A lot of the songs on this record are a lot more dub reggae feel to them, but then some of them have a lot more of a soulful feel to them, that old classic soul. The vocals are a lot closer to soul than they are to like the traditional reggae feel. But, Junior Thomas, which is not actually his real name, but Junior Thomas, he says that he called this Rockstone because he felt like this was a timeless record that wasn't going anywhere. But this is a very, very unique album. Definitely would check this out. Junior Thomas and the Volcanos, 2018, Rockstone. Very good record. The next one and last one is GA20, Lonely Soul. This is a Boston-based band. This record came out in 2019. This is Chicago blues meets R&B. Really, really amazing record. Hate to say this, but this is exactly what it made me feel like when I listened to it. It's like if the Black Keys were better. The Black Keys are pretty commercial rock, but with some blues in there a little bit. This is way more blues on the blues side. Way better guitar work on this record. It's definitely got that blues feel, but like stuff like the Black Keys and Jack White and stuff. It's like newer indie rock with a little bit of blues flavor. This is a lot of blues flavor with a little bit of indie rock flavor. So it's the better polar opposite in my opinion. But this is a great record. It's got some really good players. Some older dudes on here that are playing some instruments. Let's see, Charlie Musselwhite is a harmonica player. He's an old blues dog. But definitely worth checking out if you like that type of thing. This is different than all the other records on here. It's a lot more, blues rhythmed, but still fits very well in the catalog. So definitely would check this out. GA20. If you're wondering what that means, GA20. That's a Gibson amp is what they named it after, the model GA20. But just really cool stuff. Very well produced. But that's the last one I'm going to show. But guys, I want to tell you, support this label. There's not a whole lot of labels out there doing really, really good quality stuff. The guys running the label are the nicest guys. Just a quick plug to Terry. A lot of times in the record business, as I started my record store, not many record store owners want to help out somebody who's starting up a store. They play their cards close to their chest. Terry helped me so much, and he's given me so much good advice, and he's become a very good friend of mine. So really appreciate that, Terry, if you're watching this. But also, just they're doing really cool things. The music on this label is absolutely phenomenal. And everything's so intentional and so well done. The jackets are nice, down to they make promos look like the old promos, and above all else, the music is produced so well, and it's just got such a quality. The thing about the old music, you hear them say they don't make them like they used to. Well, they're making them like they used to. Just really, really good stuff. I cannot recommend those guys enough. So if you want to support this label, I'm going to put the link to their website in the description of this video. Go buy some stuff. Most of these titles should be available. If you can't afford it, at least listen to these things. You can stream all this stuff on Spotify and Apple Music. Support these bands. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here in the middle. And if you'd like to see even more, check out our Instagram page. Follow us. It's at Noble Records. We're always getting really cool collections, discovering new music, and trying to turn other people on to cool things. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.